whole Europe is stopping Russia with Ukrainian
They
lives.
attack Poland also with some drone or missile.
Trying to achieve is to create the pressure on civilians. If I'm going to die because of a missile, please not this time. The news, of course, they will, they will hide some parts of my body. But air raids on Ukraine have three cycles. Massive air raids when they use hundreds of missiles.
Good evening. We have Ola again with us. Hi, Ola.
Hi, hello.
Ukraine is under attack. It's the biggest attack. 300 missiles were fired, 30 or 40 drones, Iranian drones were used. So what is the actual condition there?
Yes, this is one of the biggest attacks that we've had since the war started. It was over 200 missiles and drones altogether. Something about 120 missiles and over 100 drones. It was the previous night, and the last night we had another air raid with a few ultrasonic missiles and drones. So, what Russia's been doing for 2.5 years, they've been trying to damage or destroy our infrastructure, um, to create blackouts and power cuts that would badly affect our day-to-day life, and to create psychological pressure on civilians that they would start demanding some changes from the government, start creating pressure on the government and pushing our president and government towards negotiating with Russia. But so far, it has not been working. People are
But
adjusting
Russia,
quickly.
Russians are saying that they are attacking the military establishments and not touching any civil establishments.
Well, Russia is famous for lying. I think everyone. I think it's not a secret for
Yes, of
anyone.
course. If you destroy the power supply and power generation plants, it affects civilian lives and
I
not the
mean,
military.
you have to be oblivious if you believe in that, but they are famous for lying. And no, whatever they've been targeting is not related to military in any way. Hospitals, schools, and then infrastructure, mainly power station, hydroelectric power stations, stations that generate electricity to create blackouts and power cuts. That's been on their agenda since they invaded. Every autumn, winter, spring, they've been doing that. And then they take a break in summer. But their air raids on Ukraine have three cycles. Massive air raids when they use hundreds of missiles that they've created. They do that for about a month or a month and a half. Then a second cycle, a second stage is where they use as many missiles as they have produced. So if they've produced 60 missiles within a month, they launch those missiles. And then there is a long pause when they only use drones and maybe occasionally 3 to 5 missiles, but that's it. That's when they take a break to produce more missiles, to accumulate them, to have another massive air raid on Ukraine, just like the last night, to create terror, horror, and inconvenient, you know, inconvenient life situation.
We planned our session yesterday, not able to do that session because air raids are going on and she is like waking all night, all day. So now
Yes.
what is condition now? It's stopped.
Yes, it stopped. Yes, I'm sorry we had to reschedule our session, but I do have to get sleep sometimes. We Ukrainians develop some super skills where you can, like sleep for 3 hours and then go to work. And even my friend, I was staying at my friend's place last night, and my friend woke up and started getting ready to go to work. I was like, "Are you sure you want to go to work?" And he was like, "Yeah, we still have about 1.5 hour until missiles are here in Kiev, so I'll get to work. I'll start working, and then if it's really huge and if it's something really big and dangerous, I'll go to a bomb shelter." Okay, fine. I was lucky to have a day off on Monday. Yeah, I was lucky to have a day off. But my friend went to work, started working. Then we saw messages that missiles are in Kiev Oblast. Oblast is like Pradesh in India. So missiles are in Kiev Oblast, and my friend was like,
It's
"Okay, I
like
went
a
to the bomb
state.
shelter."
Oblast is like a state.
Oblast,
State in
yes, like
India.
state. Hmm. Yeah. So. Um, the duration of the siren in Kiev Oblast was something about 13 hours. So it was all night till the afternoon the next day, and yeah, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep all night. So sorry for rescheduling our session, but if
No, it's so.
even if I tried to join yesterday, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be able to have a proper conversation. My brain would be constantly failing, and I won't be, able to download the dictionaries.
What do you think about Putin? What he exactly want to do? I never understand. I mean, I keep, no, I have my views on each and every issue internationally or nationally. But this is the issue I never understand what he's trying to do.
He was trying to capture Ukraine.
Beyond my, beyond my research, beyond my mind, beyond my imagination, beyond my reach to understand. Sometimes he, attack the civil facilities. I mean, they after 2 years of war, they are not getting anything.
Me neither. I don't think so. As I said, their strategy is not working. Uh, Everyone is getting tired. That's true. It's hard to live in war, but on the other hand, it's either slavery or to continue living the way we're living, and we're choosing to fight. We don't want to be slaves of Russia, and we release all this pressure through our sense of humor. Um, like the other night when we had this air raid. Mm, it's a very common thing when you go to take shower, for example, and siren starts, and everyone says that every time I'm going to take a bath or I'm showering and siren starts, I have this thought: please, if if I'm going to die because of a missile, please not this time because I'm naked. They're gonna show it in the news. Of course, they will, they will hide some parts of my body, but but I don't want to die like that. Yes, we joke a lot about death. That's
you know,
that.
now it's like these things become jokes. People
Uh,
start creating memes and jokes and all those things about these missiles.
That's true. It's sad and funny at the same time. At the same time, but this is how we're releasing pressure and keep going, because you cannot be sad and depressed all the time. You have just to release this negative emotions and keep going. So we joke a lot about that. That's true. Sad and funny at the same time. So yes, so far their strategy has not been working. Um, what are they trying to do with this air raids? Mm, I'm not sure. They're just creating terror for civilians in hopes of something is gonna change. Mm, we've already we've already gone through 2 winters with
No, let
blackouts.
me. My question is, what will you change if you attack the electricity facilities?
If I
If anybody like Russia is attacking electricity facilities, what they will gain from it? It just disturb the life of common masses and nothing else. Militarily, they will not gain anything.
um, yes, but not everyone is at the front line, right? People,
Yes,
the country should keep going to support their army. So what they're trying to achieve is to create the pressure on civilians and push them.
psychological pressure.
Yes, and push them into a situation where we are ready to sign anything with Russia. Just like leave us alone. We want to have a peaceful life.
Ola, do you have any idea how many civilians and military personnel died from both the sides from the day this war started?
Not sure about civilians. Russia lost about 500,000 of their soldiers.
But they
Ukraine,
always have, but they always hide numbers.
they always hide numbers, yes, but Ukraine is publishing numbers every day with updates from the previous night. But I don't know about the Ukrainian numbers. It's definitely not a 500,000, but it's a lot. I don't know how many. I
I
don't know the
mean,
numbers.
both civilians and military.
I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers. If you're interested in that, you can find that information in open sources. You can Google it.
Oh, it's the Russia who is responsible for everything. That for sure, because he attacked without a valid reason. He attacked a sovereign country. What I came to know that Ukraine is joining in NATO. Ukrainians are new Nazis and this and that.
No,
So
Ukraine is not joining NATO. I mean, Ukraine would like to join NATO, but NATO is not ready to accept us for whatever reason. Uh, so far, Ukraine's made a better progress in terms of joining EU, European
EU,
Union.
yes.
Yes, but not NATO.
And even if a sovereign country want to join NATO or any organization, that will be never a reason to attack that country. It's not a valid reason to attack any country.
They believe Ukraine belongs to Russia. Unfortunately, that's true. And what Putin's been trying to do, he's been trying to rebuild the Soviet Union. And out of all the territories that Soviet Union lost control over, Ukraine was the biggest piece, the biggest part. So
And what
he's just,
about the what about the other 14 countries like Belarus and Latvia, Estonia, all these countries?
well, Belarus, the
Is a kind of extended territory of Russia.
exactly, yes. Baltic countries like Estonia, Latvia,
You can,
Estonia,
yeah, in better words, you can say a state of Russia.
a puppet state, yes.
A puppet. Yes, puppet is the right word.
Yes, a puppet state.
Mm.
Yes. So they've been trying to recreate that.
I think from an outsider point of view, I find Russian and Ukrainian language very similar to each other. Is it true?
Do you find Hindi and Bengali very similar, or Hindi and Punjabi?
No.
Yeah. So there are some words that
But, but both the languages were, I mean, they were written in same script.
Yes, and they have some similarities, right? But those are two different languages. So same here, and it's not just Ukrainian and Russian. Polish language, for example, Ukrainian and Polish language share about 50%, if I'm not mistaken, 50% of vocabulary. And when I was in Poland, it took me a few weeks to adjust there, but without studying the language properly, I could understand people and I could have a conversation with them in Polish. Or I would speak in Ukrainian and they would understand me. Not everything, but some part of it. Um, and when Russians say that Ukrainian is just a dialect of their language, why don't they understand? Why don't they understand Ukrainian then? Because we Ukrainians we understand Russia. That's because a lot of movies, shows that we had on TV was in Russian. I grew up in the environment where it was okay to air something in Russian. In Russian, TV news. Um, so we understand Russian, but in Russia, they didn't have any movies or shows in Ukrainian and they don't understand Ukrainian. When you speak Ukrainian, they don't get you.
You reminded me of Poland. News is going on that they attacked Poland also with some drone or missile, and
Uh,
they are very angry and they want to, some action. It's not the first time; it's third, fourth time they, breach their airspace, and they are continuously breaching their airspace. There was a meeting also going on for this reason in European Union.
yes, I've read about that drone. It's not the first instance when um, some objects uh, got into the Polish airspace. About a year ago, it was a missile. Um, I
Two
don't
person
know.
died also. In the
Yes,
first attack, two
because of the
civilians
missile.
died.
Yes,
Yes.
because of the missile. With the drone, I don't know. For whatever reason, they decided to leave it alone. It just fell somewhere in a field. But yes, there have been instances of drones and missiles getting into the Polish airspace, Moldovan, and also Belarusian.
So Belarus is like puppets, so they don't have any problem.
It's like
Problem lies with the other
they're
countries.
like, there's no drone, there's no drone. I don't know what you're saying about there's no drone. No.
No, they might also say it's my drone. Who says it's Russia's drone?
Well, why would they attack
Only
themselves?
only 10 people died with this drone attack, but they are my drones. By
Yeah.
by
Well,
mistake, they attacked my civilians only.
yeah. Anyway, getting back to your question, uh, that's true. There's been instances of that. I don't know what's what's the agenda in Poland for that, but from the open sources we can see that they have not taken any serious measures uh, to shoot down the drone or to um, somehow show that we are not okay uh, with whatever's been happening. Well, so far they haven't taken
Poland is
any.
not okay. He don't want to tolerate anymore. It's like
Uh,
continuous. Yes,
yes,
carry on.
um, they've got a big army, but Ukraine's army is the only one in Europe that's actually has experience, and no one wants to. No one wants to fight a war. And I understand that. No one wants to fight a war. No one wants to see tanks on the streets of their cities. No one wants to hear explosions in their cities. So I'm not advocating for Poland or any other Western country, but I I could understand why they're doing that. On the other hand, if you don't want to fight a war, give us more aid, because
Okay.
the Europe, the whole Europe is stopping Russia with Ukrainian lives. Yeah,
Actually, this
so
war is not limited to Ukraine. It will go to European Union also.
I don't know.
But they,
I cannot predict what's gonna happen in a week. So
no, it's a general analysis. It's not about your view. It's a general analysis in media that this war may no extend to Europe also. If Russia can attack Ukraine, why not Poland? Why not Estonia, Latvia, or any other country if he has some problems? He can do
yes,
that.
yes, I agree on that. Which is why give us more aid. Um, as I said, I'm not advocating for any Western country, but I could understand why no one wants to fight a war. Okay, you don't want to fight a war. Give us the measures. Give us the tools.
Give us training, give us equipments at least.
Yes, yes. Give us the
Support
tools. Give us
support the
the tools.
civilians, whatever problems they are facing. Ola, there is an arrest warrant for Putin from some international court of justice or something. You heard about this?
Yes, yes, yes. I know about that.
So, who is going to arrest him?
Well, he's not traveling. He's not traveling ever since it's been issued. He stopped traveling internationally, even to
No,
Belarus.
he had been
No,
to North Korea. He had been to North Korea and some other African country or something. I'm not sure.
are you sure it was Putin, not his twin?
He has two, three Putins in his home. One to send to North Korea, one to stay
Yeah,
in his palace, and one to send to Africa and
yeah,
BRICS summit. No, I think he is not even attending the BRICS and all summits.
yeah. I mean,
He is sending, he is sending his foreign minister.
even if it's not the original one who's traveling, and if he gets arrested, they cannot, say, well, it wasn't the original one, it was the copy. So I think I think he's being very careful with where he's traveling and where he's not traveling. But yeah, he had only a few international travels after that.
Our prime minister gifted a cube, which is you can open it anywhere in a war zone, and it works as hospital, and
Mhm.
it consists of all the necessary equipments, hospital equipments. It's kind of emergency hospital in war zones or special places.
Okay, we need more of those, please.
But I think
Yes.
he might have lifted enough.
Well, please.
We lost the connection. Something happened. Something going on there. There might be some power shortage or something. So again, she joined us from home. She was there in cafeteria. So what actually happened, Ola?
Yeah. Hello again. Apologies for the inconvenience. Nothing unusual happened. I was sitting and working from the coffee shop. We were working on the generator. Something happened to their internet connection, so I had to grab my laptop and walk back home. Because of this recent attack on our infrastructure, we have emergency power cuts.
It happens all the time, from time
Uh,
to time.
yes, periodically. Um, we had power cuts from maybe like mid of June till mid of July, and probably end of July, mid of June till end of July. Every day it was from something between 4 to 7 hours with no power and 2 to 4 hours with power.
So it's already very long conversation, and we like to stop this video. Hope we'll meet soon in the coming weeks. Thank you, Ola, for joining us. Thank you again.
You just got tired. Bye.